Before we start the video, I just want to say my audio is a little bit messed up, so you can't really hear me too well. But next time it won't be. That's my bad. I was using my bad headset. Sorry.
Alright guys, so today I'm going to be reacting to some scary stories animated. This comes from Wansi Entertainment, so thank you Wansi for the good videos. Got an inspiration by Cub Scouts and Corey Kenshin. So yeah, make sure as well to leave a comment in the comment section if you want to see more videos like this. So yeah, let's get right into it. The first one is called The Shabby Apartment, so yeah.
I am in my mid-40s. This is what happened nearly 20 years ago. One day I visited one of my friends at his apartment, which was very old and shabby. There was an entrance to an elevator in the center of the corridor. I can't remember well, but my friend lived in unit 701 or 801 on the 7th or 8th floor. So looking at the apartment building from outside the main entrance, his house was on the far left end.
Okay, sorry. Bro got the McDonald's haircut. Oh my god, look at that, bro. Straighter than any M I've seen. Oh my lord.
Summer day. My friend said he was alone and didn't have any plans. So we called two of our friends and had a drinking party. The four of us had been drinking since the early evening, and just before passing out, we all lied on the...
Okay, we got 4 sausages, a couple slices of ham, pineapple, 2 grapes, and 3 slices of cheese. You better damn well be sure I'm not having that. Like, give me a pizza or something. Oh
floor,
my Lord.
Turned the lights off, and started talking. While talking to each other, a beam of street light entered through the window and was shining on the ceiling.
Okay, they got that bar.
I guess the street lights on the first floor of the apartment complex were on. Of course, we were talking while gazing at the ceiling. All of a sudden, the white ceiling turned black, as if something covered up the light. At that moment, we looked out the window while crouching down. Someone with a creepy vibe was hanging on a steel bar outside the window.
Looking like my sleep paralysis demon. What the hell is that?
Since the light was shining from behind that person, we could not see his face clearly. Then, after making an unidentifiable gesture, he smiled, showing his white teeth without making a sound. We were so shocked at that moment that we stopped talking and were frozen with silence. Suddenly, one of us picked up an empty bottle of wine and ran toward the window shouting, "Kill that bastard!" But the creepy guy had disappeared. After a few minutes, we went out of the apartment to see where he had gone, but we could not find him. We could only hear his stomping footsteps and assumed he entered the corridor and went down the stairs. Going down the stairs is the only way that stomping sound could be made. It sounded like he descended to the first floor and was walking around, so we followed down the stairs.
Okay, first of all, first rule in a horror movie, never go out and look for the guy. You know damn well if I see a looking like monster creature on my window hanging there, I'm not running out of there. I am staying inside my house. I'm not running out of there. Like, who do you think I am? I'm not gonna put on my big boy voice and my big boy pants and be like, "Yo, who was out there? Come back here, man." Like, no, I'm gonna be scared shitless. I'm gonna be shitting my pants.
For him, but quickly returned to the apartment, still filled with fear.
This guy's like, this guy in the blue, he's like, hey, I'm too tired for this shit.
At a friend's house, still filled with fear. At first, we thought it must have been a robber.
I'm surprised they can't figure it out. Like, honestly, with this big fat head, this guy, like, I would assume they at least could figure out something. Like, damn.
Or some crazy guy laughing in front of the window. But when we came back to our friend's house, we were all shocked. The distance between the end of the corridor and the window of our friend's apartment was too long for someone hanging onto the steel window bar to jump across. Only a crazy person would try and fall to their death. Ordinary people can't even hold on to the steel bar. We thought that maybe someone had committed suicide by jumping from the roof of the apartment and cut the steel bar while falling. So we went down to the first floor to see if a body was there. But there wasn't a single trace.
Oh, lizard?
After that experience,
Dinosaur?
I never visited his house again.
Okay, well, could have been like a random dude, but I would have hung out in that freaking window if I saw 40 beer bottles. Like, oh my lord, how much beer are you having? Like, damn. Oh my lord. Could have been their hallucination, like their imagination. They could have been hallucinating anyways, but damn. Alright, the next video is an unforgettable horror night in the cabin, so let's get into it.
A few years ago, I took my family up to the cabins by the lake because I just won a big case against some drug dealer. In the middle of the night, my wife woke me up shaking my shoulder pretty hard. She told me that someone was banging on our door. I thought to myself, why would someone come to our cabin in the middle of the night? I got up to go check the door and my wife tried to hand me my bat, but I told her I wouldn't need it.
Oh, he's gonna put on his big
The
boy
person
pants.
kept knocking and I opened the door. It was a kid standing there. I asked him, "What are you doing here?" Then he started running. So I chased after him as my wife watched. He kept running in circles, then he tripped and I grabbed him and asked him, "Why are you knocking at our door in the middle of the night?"
What the hell?
The boy said, "'Cause my uncles told me to." I asked, "What? Why?" The boy hesitated and looked me straight in my eyes and said, "To get you out of the house."
What the hell?
Simultaneously, I hear my wife scream out my name in horror, and I hear footsteps running right behind me. I turn around and I see 4 hooded men running toward me.
Oh, damn.
I reacted so quick that I ran over the kid. I see my wife and she ran off the porch ready to swing the bat, but I yelled at her to get back inside and called the cops. The guys were chasing me and were about 15 feet behind me. I made it inside the cabin, grabbed my cell phone and I called the cops. When the police officers arrived, they noticed that those guys went through our car and stole some of my information. Who were those guys?
Look at that one dude. Bro's eyes bigger than the other bro and his uneven looking ass. Sorry.
And what would have happened if they would have caught me? I know the situation could have been worse. They could have went inside the cabin with my kids and my wife, but what did they want with me? After that night, we never went back to that cabin.
Taken out. Nah, they were just taken out. They were like, yo, we're gonna go outside and get some dude today. And yeah, let's go get his information and let's go kill him. Alright, so the last one is my wife is convinced we live in a haunted house. So let's check it out.
I married my wife 4 years ago, and we finally moved into our dream house this year. It's a rustic home that's over 150 years old and on the very edge of town, but still within walking distance to everything we need. At some point, my wife had been convinced that our house was haunted. She kept telling me she heard voices when she was in the basement. I went down there with a baseball bat just in case someone was hiding down there. However, no one was there. Our friends started to worry about her mental health, as she kept telling them about the voices she heard in every room in the house. I ended up bringing her to a doctor, but he couldn't find anything physically wrong with her. Then I asked a local priest to come over to our house and give it a
Was the priest a doctor as well? Like, what was that transition?
blessing, and he agreed. My wife seemed much more relaxed after he left. She claimed the voices stopped, but she still didn't like to be left alone in the house. One day, I had a business trip to attend, and that would mean I was away for the week. I asked my wife to invite one of our friends to spend the week with her, but she refused, saying that she no longer heard the voices.
So why don't you hang out with her if she doesn't hear the voices anymore? What the heck is wrong with this guy?
After the trip, I came home, and to my horror, I found my wife's body hanging from the banister. She had written a note saying that the voices wouldn't stop. I immediately called an ambulance and they arrived within minutes. Of course, she didn't make it. All of my friends and family gave me sympathetic looks at the funeral, as they knew how crazy my wife was at that time. However, it was all right.
What the hell? What the what? Why is he smiling?
After the funeral, my girlfriend helped me remove the hidden speakers as we prepared to start our new life together.
What? Twist of all the twists. What the hell? This guy set up the speakers in his house. He set up weird voices with his girlfriend. He was cheating on his wife, and he basically set up voices to make her sound like she was like possessed or something. What the hell? Alright, so that's gonna end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, leave a comment down below if you guys want to see more of these videos. And yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.